right? And today Google is already $1 trillion company. So you can imagine that kind of value. And that was powered basically by the internet and then Web 2.0. So for that, for me, it's value, and I feel very excited. Now, we're on the verge of a new breakthrough technology. That is what food the internet in that short time frame, just 20 years. And imagine what we can do going forward into the future. So for me, this is an opportunity to position our kids and our young minds to help them create value, not just for themselves alone, but for our society and the African continent at large, and even the world. So for me, this is a very interesting opportunity. And so thanks to VATBRA for organizing all of this. Hey, they deserve a round of applause. So far, it's been really impressive. So once again, for me, it's like a year.
All right, thank you, Mr. Simon, for that. Yeah, so I'm passing the role to you. So pass it on to wherever you feel like to meet.
So please, can you know?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Glad to be here. My name is Grace James, and I'm an educator and quality assurance in charge of exam and CBT exams and screening in my school. So I'm happy to be here. We are into CBT in our primary school. It's fun to have young ones do CBT. So when they get to the higher institutions or when they want to do their exams, they don't find it difficult to part of the CBT, so the children find it fun. So the reason why I'm here is to learn and go and teach the children on how to explore the CBT and ICT the more. Thank you very much to VATBRA for having this promise to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause. Okay, I like that.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ademo. Head of Technology Department Solutions. Coming to this place, well, to be honest, I'm not seeing anything yet, so I look forward to seeing what VATBRA has for us. The question I asked this time is, what do I want my learners to leave the school with? What skills? We have a number of children that dance for tech skills, for instance. We have teach them programming, AI, we teach and robotics. And why we came with those skills was the fact that we did a survey and we discovered 20 years if students learners are not equipped with these skills, they will not have a place to work in the future. That's the reality. Even as an educator, I must bring myself to speak up the relevance of where we are today. And these are the things we do. So for something like this to come up in this environment, my director sends me. I said, okay, this is something I'm interested in. Let me see what they have for education to see what thank you.
Thank you very much. My classes here behind the next table.
You guys start. We're wearing black.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for having us at VATBRA. And this is Colette K1 from the preschool in Maryland, mainly, and I'm looking forward to
company, co-founder at Remote Technologies. We provided EdTech solutions for about a decade, and it's my fourth time here. I really want to meet people and learn about the education space. Thank you.
Manager, then looking out to get some input into information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. With Dr. Chibudes, I teach physics, literary science, Professional College Magoda. Here, I'm excited. I'm also looking forward to getting more knowledge and seeing maybe a technology can help us, then help our children to learn faster and understand better. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, VATBRA, for inviting. My name is Vivian Skigwe. I work with the West North Carolina Examination Skills. For the past decades, like since 1952, WAEC has an examination body. What we call ourselves is a world-class examination body that delivers educational goals for its stakeholders. And over the decades, we've actually deployed specific technologies that have helped us achieve our mission within the West African sub-region and other African nations as well. So today, every opportunity that we have as an organization is to be able to showcase some of the tools that we've deployed over the years that have helped us achieve our mission. So today, we exploring some of those tools. And I believe that most of us here from the organization as well share ideas and learn from each other. So
Can pass it back to Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Jason Ijobu. I'm a technologist, and also I work with field consulting. So one of the key things we talk about when we mention education, it's around how we learn. A number of us, probably when we went to school, finished our first degree, finished our second degrees, and we probably shut the door, and then we feel we are done. So we're talking about lifelong learning. This is one of the key frontiers we're looking at in learning and in education. Thank you, VATBRA, for organizing this. I'm going to discuss more how this is possible in our world.
All right, please let's give ourselves a round of applause. I think that's really exciting. I want to say thank you. Yeah, we can do more. We can do Thank you very much. I want to thank everyone for your active participation in the icebreaker. It was engaging and fun. I hope you had fun, like I did. I would also like to notify everyone that lunch will be served. So please just relax and be patient. We'll have a great time together. And if you need to use the restroom, it's just behind us there. It's written on the door. Or if you need any help, our ushers would be very helpful. Now, I would like to introduce our next speaker, who will be delivering the keynote address on digital innovations in education private sector perspective. And I will read his profile quickly before I come on the stage. So here's Mr. Jason Ikegu's profile. Mr. Jason Ikegu is a partner of Philips Consulting and the firm and driving technology and business transformation with hands-on implementation initiative. Mr. Ikegu is an alumnus of Oregon University, USA, the Lagos Business School. Ladies and gentlemen, in the room and those joining us online, without further ado, I am thrilled to welcome our next speaker, Mr. Jason Ikegu, who will be sharing with us his life and the latest trends in innovation. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Good morning, all. Yeah, I probably want to continue from where I stopped. At least I introduce myself. My name is Jason. I work with Philips Consulting. I used to be a lecturer before I became a consultant. And with the consulting sphere, I've been a trainer. I've trained a lot of people in different technology, cybersecurity, project management. In television, communication. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in that. One, we are not, I mean our country, I mean this part of the world, we are not leveraging, we are not doing as much as what is going on. I just want the few highlights I want to talk about. Okay. When we talk about the world, how the world has been evolving, step back a bit, look at the story of what has happened across generations, across ages to where we are. There was a time, it was about steam, the steam age, the technology of steam. And steam was a very, very valuable tool we saw in different parts of the world, and how and what we could use steam to do, including, hydroelectricity, and a number of issues, that came up with the steam age, a number of techniques, approaches that were adopted during the steam era. We also moved to the electricity. Electricity became key because the transformation of state of the help in coming up with hydroelectricity. And electricity was one of the greatest discoveries of the time. And we could see how electricity began on Faraday and the key things that came up within those era. And then we got into the days of electronics and IT. All right, IT, first of all, was expensive. We could see that, it first of all accelerated and then this stage now, we are talking about a different concept, a different approach of getting things done. This is changing who we are.
as human beings, and what we can achieve, what we can do with the techniques. And this transformation, of course, brought us to the fourth industrial, it bringing us into the fourth industrial revolution that we are seeing everywhere, across the world. We see new things happening from education to industries to banking, everywhere. Homes, together we have smart rooms. In our classes, we have smart classes. The life we saw 15 years ago, the life we saw 30 years ago, actually wanted a new space and really the new spectrum. And that's what we are seeing, conceived of digital fitness. Yeah, so what happens actually is that there's a connection between industries and industrial revolution and technology. So technology actually, grows whatever we see in the industry. What we are seeing, especially around our environment, is that there's a gap. Education, that's the one-way approach. All right. The teachers stand on one side and the learners stand on the other side. Teachers talk about, they teach, the learners listen. In this kind, so it's primitive from today, we can call it primitive, but a number of us that started learning in some years or decades ago, probably witnessed this kind of learning. Yeah, it wasn't about the teacher, guiding, providing instructions. The students are just more like receptacles of knowledge, of ideas, of information. Someone will tell you something, and most times in the exams, they will ask you back what they told, they will ask you what they taught you in class, and you're able to represent or reproduce exactly what they taught you. Kind of learning. It's education 1.0. It has stayed and moved on to education 2.0. Education 2.0 is different from what we saw. In education 1.0, there's no use of technology. Technology is a taboo. You don't bring in laptop, phone, anything in the class. That's a taboo. So people come in with their head, just to hear what the teacher is going to say, and that's how we drive learning at that point. In 2.0, computers, electronics, or technologies have been introduced minimum. But that's the problem here is that, yes, teachers also facilitate a lot of opportunities, and the parents work with these students to solve the problems. But what is key about education 2.0 is that now there is a minimal use of computer, minimal use of technologies. So students can create their own website. Students can use their iPads, have a lab where they can go do some assignment out of class. And then there's an interaction, a human interaction with students in this test. All right. So they use their podcasts and also, learn in a very subtle way using technology. But that not just in education 3.0. 3.0 was more compatible because here it was about the creation of knowledge. All right. So the students are allowed to interact and to create knowledge with one another. What's important is that let them have access to their own information and they use information as they want. So people are able to operate, times where they can log in and consume knowledge, consume information at different times as they desire and as they want. What they have more is that in education 3.0, teachers are not just coming to shout information, but teachers are becoming guides, they are becoming coaches. They know where the different information reside, and they are helping the learners to know what kind of information they need and what kind of information they need to consume. So we want to more as coaches, see them as guides that provide the tools for how students learn. And then there's an emerging one, education 4.0. That's the currently some countries are stepping to this. We are probably a week behind. That's what I talked about initially. Why it's important that we use, MEETUP participation. I think it's somehow we can accelerate. Because if you look at the sort of global consumption of technology in education, you can see that we are really going behind.
You know, we need to do something. We need to accelerate our pace. We need to be sure that we are getting up to what's happening globally. The world isn't waiting for us to meet up the pace. They expect us to accelerate to get to where we are. A number of them are 4.0. Where smart technologies are going to deploy in the future. Robotics, artificial intelligence, cloud computing are all being used today. You know, so what happens here is that educators and learners need to develop skills to be able to use the technologies to drive learning. And what the council is talking about will be how do we leverage on education 3.0 and impact into education 4.0. Please, the next one. So this award is one that happened. Years back, we can see the count of these items from 2007 and the course in 2013. Drones, 3D printing, industrial robots, PLA, solar, sensors, smartphones. Smartphones, for example, from 2007 used to be $499. Now it's about $10. What I'm saying is that because prices are crashing. You know, the pace of growth, pace of change is not linear. We're not going to say because it took them 20 years. We're not going to have one and say, no, it took us 20 years. We can accelerate this in 4 years. We can get where we want to be in 3 years. So it's important to understand that it's not just about longevity, it's not about timing, it's also about our efforts and what we are doing at top of this. More importantly, most organizations, you know, someone mentioned around a number of organizations and how long it took them to get to $1 billion valuation. You know, and we are seeing that yes, the likes of the typical Fortune 500 companies, it takes them or it took them 100 years to get this. But the number of organizations coming in today, you know, look at the likes of Uber, about 4 years, the likes of Snapchat, about 2 years, Xiaomi, around 2 years, and so on. And more are emerging even today. So it tells us that there's a new world. There's a new world. I want to see how that world works with the next one. Just briefly. No volume.
I'm invited to do keynotes across the globe. And while it's easy for me to be here in Las Vegas, it isn't always easy for me to travel across the world. And even when I do, I can't always speak the local language. What if neither language nor distance matter for me to deliver a fantastic keynote? What if technology can help me be anywhere I needed to be and speak any language I wanted? Well, it can. We are bringing together the power of mixed reality and Azure AI services to create a truly game-changing experience. What you're about to see is an exact hologram of me wearing the same outfit that we recently captured in a mixed reality studio. And I don't speak Japanese, but what if I were to deliver my keynote in Japanese? Using Azure AI technology, I can translate my English into Japanese and train it to sound exactly like me. The same voice tones, those same inflections. Now we brought this together, my hologram and Azure AI, to show you what's possible. So first, I'm going to put on my HoloLens 2 here, and then we'll flip in the room to a special camera so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. Let's get started. First, let me introduce you to Amy. There she is, my perfect hologram. And thanks to the power of HoloLens 2, she just floats right with me. I'm literally holding my hologram, so natural. Now she's a little small to do a keynote. So let's get her up so she can do full-size Japanese keynote. Render keynote.私たちは最新の複合現実キャプチャー技術を使用して私のホログラムを作成しています。現在の人物をホログラムとして見たことがあるかもしれませんが、私が実際に日本語を話しているのが新しいのです。私は日本語を話しませんが、私の声とホログラムは完璧な日本語で話しています。これはニューラルテキスト読み上げと呼ばれる最新の人工知能技術、いわゆるニューラル TTS を使用しています。私たちは自分の声の録音を使用して、私のように聞こえる私自身の個人的な音声書面を作成します。
日本語からフランス語、ポルトガル語まで話せます。今、この技術は私たちが働き、遊び、生活する方法に関して、世界中の国境や障壁を取り除くことができると想像してみてください。まさに SF が現実になるところです。
CBP is a mind-blowing technology. And what you just saw was my life-size hologram, an exact replica, rendered here in real time, speaking Japanese with my unique voice signature. To do this, we use mixed reality technology to create my hologram and render it here live. Then we use Azure speech-to-text capability and English transcription to get my speech. Then use Azure Translate to get the speech into Japanese, and finally applied neural text-to-speech technology so it sounded exactly like me, just speaking Japanese. And the most amazing part, all of these technologies.
All right, so all the technologies are available today. So that's our world, that's a new world where we are. Okay. So briefly, as part of this conversation, we're going to be talking about digital innovation in education, and we're going to see, how implementing modern technologies and solutions in education processes will enhance learning and teaching experience for everyone. Everyone there, the students or the learners, the educators, and also other stakeholders, the providers, solution providers in this context also are part of what we're saying. So we look at what benefits we currently see, when we introduce innovation to education. We're going to be looking at them. Accessibility and inclusion for everyone. That's one of the key things we see. Yeah. Personalized learning. Personalized learning is key because, as I mentioned before, we all need to learn. So today, learning has moved. If you don't learn, you age. If you don't learn, you become irrelevant. So learning is not just contextualized within the normal school system we have seen, So now it's about you making commitment to say, I'm going to learn. At 50, at 60, every year you stop learning. That's where you connect, you are disconnected. So the question is, how do we all come back to learn? What technology is provided for us, what we're heading to with the recent innovations going on. Also, better engagement. So that is about, it's not necessarily learning, it's more fun today because it's about your community. It's about learning communities and learning practicals. Where in my house I can learn that I have a community of people I'm learning with. I may not come to a class, so to say, have those interactions one-on-one, but I can connect with my teachers as we saw, using this mixed reality or different connectivities that exist today, we're going to be discussing that will help us to drive learning. Also, in safety and protection. Technology is helping a lot, when you live in an environment where security is key. When we're using IP cameras, we are using CCTV, we are using biometrics, we're going to connect with them, know what is happening in classes, understand the temperature, and be able to feed it into the data analytics to give us insights on how to make those decisions. Also, we're aware that especially in our environment, a number of organizations, a number of schools, a number of institutions are constrained of how when we start, how we're going to start this journey. And we identify that one of the key concerns, one of the key challenges when it comes to innovation is around lack of a strategy, a digital strategy. How do I start? What do I need to do? How do I go about it? All right. I also mentioned that earlier. I'll talk about that as we close. And then unwillingness to change. There are people who are, they are, for them, they want to continue in their paradigm. They want to continue where they are. Unfortunately, we need to educate such people to understand that, unfortunately,
life can be you when you were in primary school. I can imagine when we were in primary school, how the school system was. You know that it is impossible for us to get back to that place again. No. We need to now be conscious of creating a new future. And the new future today relies on technology and relies on innovation. So we need to be conscious, to do adventures and get into the new things, the new things we possess within the context of what works in our environment. And also insufficient technology and skills. That's why we think that institutions will do more to train their educators with the required skill sets. They need to create this new future. That's a future coming. And that future must be deliberately created. And it's educators that will create that. So we need educators to be retrained, reskilled with the right competencies, the right knowledge, and the right skills to fit into the new world that we are creating. And lastly, aspects of digital infrastructure. We know what's going on, and then this is going to be gradual. We're going to look at different options, what's happening on in terms of solutions. Institutions we could create. So you don't need to invest so much. You don't have the funds to do that. And then there are also funds from different donors to support this because this is the future we're talking about. And actually, that's the list of emerging technologies that are shaping innovation in education today that we're going to be looking at as we start this. I talked about artificial intelligence. We just saw what AI is doing. That's a Microsoft presentation, by the way. And it's related more in the education sector. That's where we see what's happening and the realities, around artificial intelligence. We also talk about robotics. Robotics is helping us to automate those tasks. More importantly, chatbot is one of the popular technologies from robots or robotics that schools are using. Using robots to sort out. Inquiries and so on. Around us. Okay, also think about augmented reality and virtual reality. That's one of the evidence that provide a better perspective on creating an abstract abstraction of reality. So we can have a visualization of what we're going to tell us in class, the lab, not story they used to tell us. We can stay in class and visualize them. And then Internet of Things, and then blockchain. Blockchain is for security. The records, the information we are sharing as systems, they need to be secure. Blockchain is providing the framework to ensure that they are secure. So all schools have seen that when they're trying to discourage learners from going to social media, a lot of them are even getting social media, getting use of WhatsApp and doing things on their own on Snapchat and on Instagram. They really can be used for educational purposes. And that's the key thing. They are providing a layer for learning that needs to be earnest. So in my next season, perspective, okay, so all right, it's what are we going to do to be able to strengthen and support us in this process, and then what tools do we need first, and what other can we bring later, and then how do we ensure that our people are then exposure, our people technologies, we have to train them, how do they adopt the technologies, how do they adopt the processes, what trainers do they need, how do we create the tools within our work, within our school, within our establishment to drive that. And then what we're doing and not to do anything. And lastly, it's all about the power of data. We need to use data better. And we're going to be looking at that as we continue in this discussion today. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm going to conclude better than that. That was a very kind, very technical speech. Thank you very much for that awesome and insightful presentation. And I think we can all agree that, I mean, the future is digital, all right? And if you don't change, you'll be disrupted, all right? And he also emphasized about the power of data, talked about EDUTECH 1.0, this is the 4.0, and that's the way we should be thinking about it. Speaking German, all right, all of the power of technology, that's really amazing. Because that's giving me a round. And we want to say a big thank you to our online audience. Thank you for being with us. I believe you're having a great time as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce our next speaker. This is Olubunmi Danjuma. I will just read her profile quickly before I welcome her on stage. Mr. Danjuma is a highly experienced and accomplished professional with over 2 decades of experience serving in various capacities within the West African Examination Council in Nigeria. As the Deputy Registrar and the Head of School Examination Department in Test Administration, Mr. Danjuma brings a wealth of knowledge and
we have a great audience here. Now, good afternoon, everyone. And I want to say a big thank you to the person that made the presentation before me, the keynote address. Actually, he has helped to open our eyes to so many things. And I big bold to say that there's so much we can do with technology. That is what the keynote address actually opened us up to this morning. There's so much that we are capable of doing with technology. Yes, I'm Olubunmi Danjuma, and I work with the West African Examinations Council. I also want to say a big thank you to VATBRA Limited for hosting this EDUTECH event. I also want to congratulate them. When I was checking what's up with VATBRA, I noted that VATBRA has won the technology award, that is the Nigerian Technology Award, for the 7th time. And I made those international. They are actually competing with China's television now. To win an award again and again means you're actually doing something right. And of course, the West African Exams Council identifies with great minds. And that's what VATBRA innovations and learning. The West African Exams Council, what we do is assessment and examinations, but there cannot be exam until there has been learning. So even though my own presentation will focus on assessment and examinations, the second presentation I know we'll be talking about learning. And even the keynote address said so much about education. 01 up to 04, it has been moving on and on. I know while the presentation was going on, some of us must have said, okay, this is the level where we are, and this is where we should be. One of the things I also hope the young ones, the students in the audience, whether who are here in person or those who are online, is from this event, many of them will be challenged to want to provide digital solutions, because that is where the world is. That is the future. Doing things differently, constantly adding value to what we do, to do it better, to do it in record time. In our own generation, you know, today, when you write WSSE, that's the West African Senior School Certificate exam, from the comfort of your home, you use a smart card, you check your results without leaving your house. For the young ones, I want to say it has not always been so. When we wrote our exam, for us to check our results, we probably will have to go back to your school and then wait for the principal or whoever is in charge before you even know your results. But when you write private candidates exam or even the school candidates exam, you are able to check your result sitting right in your sitting room on your phone. So much has changed, even with the West African Exams Council. And it's got to be so, because we seek to keep on adding value to the goals of our stakeholders, educational goals of our stakeholders. There was also a time, you know, to register for WAEC exam was like war in this legal state. I'm telling you these stories to tell you, to let you know that technology is constantly changing things, the way we do things, the way we serve, the way we deliver service to our stakeholders. The office that caters for Lagos State is located in Ikeja. And in the 80s, you know, our population is constantly growing. And if you must address the needs of the people, you must also be adapting to their needs. There was a time it was not a problem for people to walk into WAEC offices and get things done. But as the population grew, especially in Lagos State, things had to be done differently. People could walk into our offices in the 80s, buy forms, do all that. But after a while, we realized that we could not cope with the number of people coming in. And so what do you do next? You devise a better way of doing things so that, you know, they get the services they want, they get it on time, they get it in a way that is decent without stress. So today also, you can register online to write WAEC exams. You pay online. The education industry is embracing technology, just like the banking industry. From our phones now, we have banking apps. I don't want to go into the details of how it has functioned in the last 1 or 2 weeks. I don't want to do this. But now banking apps. Before the banking apps, for us to carry out transactions, you have to walk into a banking hall. And that was not fun for many people because you spend time commuting there, you spend time in the banking hall, and the hours spent would have been done to do other things. The same way, now you can generate your PIN, pay a bank, and then register to write WAEC exams online. So technology is constantly changing the things we do. The next slide, please. So when we talk about how WAEC has deployed and is leveraging on technology to deliver quality service to its stakeholders, I'll look at it in terms of what we do pre-examination,
what we do during the examination, and what we do post-examination. I actually, in the course of my giving a background to this presentation, talked about pre-examination, how you can register for our exam online. Next slide, please. But before you even do that, for those writing the school candidates exam, there is what is called continuous assessment. It is a government policy that the final assessment of candidates who are passed through the school system, a certain percentage of their grades is from their continuous assessment. And schools actually don't have to come to WAEC before they can send the continuous assessment scores of the candidates who want to write WFFE. There is a solution that has been designed to manage that. With that, for the 3 years of senior secondary schools, or senior secondary school, you can send the scores for SS1, continuous assessment, and SS1, SS2, SS, and it will go into our database. And this continuous assessment solution, there's also an integration with the e-registration portal. And from there, if there is need for data to be amended, you can do all that seamlessly. Even when candidates or students move from one school, parents sometimes will relocate and there will be need for children to move from one school to another. So if you, in the course of your study, SS1, you did it in Lagos, and in SS2, you have to relocate to Kaduna and you are now in another school, it is possible for you to transfer your continuous assessment scores because they have been provided for by this solution. Also, organized reporting of school data. All of that is provided, and you do that from capturing continuous assessment scores, registration of candidates online. And then we go, next slide, please. So I've discussed this, and let's just go through that. Okay. For online registration, I have said we have a solution for that too. Schools don't necessarily have to come to WAEC office to get things done. You can register, you have a portal, you interact with that portal by the solution that the online registration solution. It selects candidates subjects, you capture their biometrics, it is validated, you generate your reports, and from there, the candidates are assigned numbers and they are registered. But yes, for WSSD, which is an achievement test, WAEC is ready to conduct computer-based testing, but most of the stakeholders are not yet ready. In short, the future of testing is computer-based. But right now, some of our papers are still paper-based tests. We examine, we test the candidates using paper-based tests. And with paper-based tests, we must produce exam materials, talking about question papers. But even the exam materials, the printing has been digitized. That is why we are able to send candidates their question papers in a personalized way. The question paper has your name and your answer on it. I'm not talking about the objective, the OMR sheet, the automatic readers, no. Even the essay booklets, the printing is done digitally, and it carries the candidate's name, carries their number, and it is delivered to them. Then we also have VeriCheck. We have SilverPens. The SilverPens device and the VeriCheck device do the same thing. What do? It starts with identifying who the candidate is. This checks impersonation. With the aid of this device and a smart card, we capture the attention attendance for Mr. Jason in the English language paper is captured without us having to use pen and paper to start picking. That is available. This device also does so much more. It can capture malpractice. If the candidate is involved in exam malpractice, from there, you can report the case and it goes straight into the database. So you're not waiting until you get back to the office to report such a case. Then what else do we do with that? I've talked about capturing attendance, capturing malpractice, capturing the candidate's identity to check examination malpractice or impersonation in exams. Next slide, please. So we go to post exams. Are you there? Thank you. This is the next thing. That's where it should be. So when it comes to the conduct of the exam, we have electronic marking. Most of what we are used to is the pen and paper. But scripts, even for essay scripts, can be marked online. There's so much involved that I wouldn't want to get into. But after the conduct of the exam, of course, the scripts have to be marked, combine the scores. We capture the marks. Before, one of the things technology has done for us, or we have leveraged on technology to deliver services to our stakeholders, is the reduction in the time it takes for the release of results. Before now, when the school candidates exam ends in June, until the end of September, I'm talking about the 18th, before results are released. And of course, that didn't go well with so many people because many students were missing admission. But I want to tell you now that in the last 10 years, WAEC has been able to release results 45 days after the last paper is taken. We've been doing that. We have been doing that. Yes. Okay. You will observe that results are released first week of August. The exam ends in June. And by the first week of August, the results are ready to be released. That is even for the school candidates exam. For the private candidates exam, that the number of data, the volume of data we process is not that many. We do that even in 30 days. But our operations spreads across 5 countries, the 5 member countries. So sometimes, if that 30 days, we go to other countries, it's 45 days for the school candidates exam. And what has made that possible? Technology. Technology has helped us to actually do so many things. The other things I'm going to look at is that, after you have written the exam and you have the certificate, while certificate does not expire until somebody does not have need for it. And that is where you are down. So people will come. They want to request for confirmation of their results, maybe to their employers, maybe to educational institutions. All these services now you can do online in the comfort of your home without necessarily coming to WAEC office. You can check your results online. For private candidates exam, you have the eSatman portal. You can request for your certificate online, pay for it, and then you pick it up in the because it's certificate, you have to pick it up in the closest or the nearest WAEC office to you. It's possible for you to write the exam in Kaduna to pick up your certificate in Lagos. We have made provision for that. The days of having to travel because you want to collect certificates, it's gone. From wherever you are within Nigeria, you can pick up the certificate. Then another thing, even for those who are outside, with certain documentation, it is possible for certificates to be collected by proxy. Once you can fulfill, you're outside the country with proof and can also provide some documents, you can collect your certificate by proxy. Then the latest one we've done is the WAEC digital certificate. The certificate, you can access it. Apart from the hard copy now, you can access your certificate online. You are attending an interview and you need to present your certificate, you can do so, go to this site that we have provided and get your certificate. And EDUTECH, for those who are carrying out research and you need data, we have also provided for you to have your data without necessarily coming to my office. I think I have to run through this. Let's see what the benefits. Next slide, please. Yes. Technology, leveraging on technology has been beneficial not only to the West African exams council, but also to our stakeholders. Next slide. These are the ways it's been beneficial. We have been able to deliver prompt service. We can check results online without going to school. Certificates of previous years can also be printed in record time. You lose your certificates with proof and proper documentation. You can have an attestation. Then stakeholders can make requests to any of the services of WAEC from the comfort of their home. Next slide, please. So our operations have become less cumbersome. There has been increased. Another big advantage of leveraging on technology is that it increases the revenue that is available to an organization. And also it helps in efficient service delivery and more stakeholders engagement. Next one. So in conclusion, I want to say that the Council has deployed technology over the decades to remain Africa's foremost examining body. We continue to provide qualitative and reliable assessments, and we are encouraging our academic and moral excellence, promoting sustainable human resource development and international cooperation. So the young ones in the house, one thing I say we must take from this EDUTECH event is challenge ourselves to also contribute to provide solutions, technological solutions, digital solutions to the problem. You have to identify the problem and say, this must be the solution. There is a world out there that has not yet been tapped, even up to 50%. It's waiting for the young ones, even the older ones are not yet tapped. Thank you.
Yeah, let's keep doing that. Let's keep doing that around. Of course, that was very inside presentation from this week. And we can see the passion, expertise, and experience in EdTech providing the passion that was truly evident in our delivery. Thank you, Mr. Sanjima, for sharing your valuable insight with us. The fact that you can get your wife to be anywhere you are, I think that's really, I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing that. I've never seen my wife. So maybe perhaps get you now, I know it's Lagos. All right. So now we have a brief interlude, and this is really going to be exciting. In 3 minutes, we'll move to the next paper presentation. And what we'll be doing is just to play a fun game. Who likes to play games? Yeah. Any type of game, PS, arcade, even on your mobile phone. All right, it's like a quiz, and it's really going to be fun. All right, so we'll set it up. So just to get ready, can you bring out your mobile phone? Can you bring out your mobile phone? There is a website you will have to join. All right, to play this game, we'll have a leaderboard, and hopefully somebody is going to come out in the winner of the game. Really going to be exciting. We're setting it up, so just give us a second. So can we all go to slido.com? or you can scan a barcode as well. Are we all there? With a show of hand, if you're on slido.com, please let me see your hands. All right, great. Loading on the computer. Well, people can start joining now. If you're there, the code is 3013833. That's the code for the game. 3013833. All right, so that's it. Or you can scan the barcode quickly. So once you join, we'll see you here. See you. So if you join, and anybody join the okay. All right. So we still have that code there, so you can quickly join. If you join, we'll see you here with your name, whatever name you used to. All right, I can see Ika. All right. All right, Ashley, Fiona, Peter. All right. We all have Elo, Tori, Julie. All right, Dulubi, Yola. All right, amazing. Oh, this is good. We have 22 people here. Streaming into the site. And are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready? Okay. All right. So which of the questions is going to take 10 seconds. All right, it's going to move very fast. And I will see the leaderboard as we proceed. All right, so we have 24 people. Yeah, we'll start right there. All right, so it's about fingers, fastest finger. Yeah. So who do we have leading this? All right, we have some better. All right, that's the fastest fingers first for now. We have Lee and Ashley. All right, let's move to the next question. Don't forget, it's only 10 seconds. All right, name of the first university in Nigeria. All right, 48%. In Suka, we have 45%, 44.45. All right, let's see the leaderboard for this. Wow. So Kenneth's still on top. I like that, but you need to move very close. All right, let's move to the next question. What's your technology founded? That's serious. That's serious. All right. Oh, HP. Let's see that. Okay, yeah, I am about 10. Any to 10 coffee, right? Oh. All right. Yeah, so technically getting, but it's still meaning this one is fast finger or our fast finger. All right, let's move to the next question quickly. What is the name of the first primary school in Nigeria? Are we enjoying this? Is it fun? All right. Okay. Let's see the answer.
Not sure the impact of private schools. It's concerned of my students.
All right.
I'm not telling you this, I haven't seen. So, we have one child.
Wow. Yeah, leading the board right now.
So, now, for
Nigeria was connected to the internet. Oh, I see. It's 1996. Instead of the bus, right? All right, how much I need to oh, it's not by training the data for just 2 seconds, please. Some can have 4 minutes now. I'm rooting for you, so try to do some travel tests in Nigeria. All right, so what's the answer? So you see, technology has been taking shape in this country for a while now. All right, back on top. I like that. Let's move to the next question. What is the name of the first robot launched in Nigeria? All right. Wow, 45%. Yeah, you know things, right? Okay, fair. Yeah, I think that was launched last year. Very exciting robots. All right, we have 3 questions to go. How many universities are there in Nigeria? It's a combination of probably. Okay. Wow. 7% for 170. What's the street, sir? Okay. Okay, we have 2 more questions to go. That's the last question. Who's the MD of VATBRA Limited? Let's see how well you know VATBRA.
Not your one.
So the answer is we are doing so let's see the winner. One question to do. Wow, this is the last. What is the name of the AI that passed the final exam for the University of Pennsylvania and the year? ChatGPT. All right, let's put the winner. Congratulations for the which that? Okay, stand up, let's give you let's give the round of applause. Stand up, let's do it. Yes, come on. Yes, come on. So some better and some better start. All right, I'm not going to do that. All right. Thank you, everyone, for participating in this.
higher education, we are well grounded. Lagos State has taken the learners in the state to the next, projecting into the future. We are writing the primary school certificates examination now, the common entrance through the CBT. Yes, there is no more pencil and paper examination. Now, to the tertiary institution. If we look at what is happening today, some of us, when we move around, we see people, I won't call them laborers, workers, digging one place or the other. That is the 6,000 kilometers fiber optic being installed by Lagos State. Yes, in order for every child, wherever you are domiciled, to be able to tap into the technology and move on, rather than sitting down and waiting for internet or service providers. Whether they fail or not, it's not Lagos State business. Now, we have what we call the Eco-Excel as well, for the students in the primary section, in the junior class. And they are being given a tablet, a child to tablets. That is how we can take them from the grassroots. Their teachers are being given one. It is tagged as Opoimo. That is if we are going back to our teaching them in the local language. But the tags are being given to them, given to their teachers in order for the children to know exactly, so tap into that knowledge right from that age. Now, aside from that, we move on to the STEM program, which is being conducted through different MDA, educational MDAs. In Lagos, we have so many areas by which we cater for education. We have the Quality Assurance Office, we have the curriculum department, we have different MDAs in order to ensure that technological-wise, Lagos is there. Then lastly, we have the IT modular program. That is Lagos and technology. Then coming to our tertiary, aside from the tertiary institutions, all over Lagos State now, through the IT, we've been able to have 253 libraries with e-facilities. I cannot read, I cannot get this, it's not there. And they are well equipped. During the COVID, most of our university, tertiary institutions were online teaching and learning. For example, if you go to LASU today, you will see that Lagos State has been able to install a world-class library there and a world-class IT facility. Whether you are on the campus or not, learning must take place. Now, from my own office, we have what we used to call Ready, Set, Work and Code Lagos. It is no longer Ready, Set, Work, but we've moved on to job initiatives. That is teaching technologically, the use of clouds and some other means of accessing and teaching IT, right from the younger ones to you and I. Aside from that, we have the digital, what we call the digital Lagos. You can register online, you will be taught and be given the tools to use for the future. So when we talk about technology in Lagos State, I can beat my chest and tell you, when you get to all our tertiary institutions, you'll see that it's almost like a student to a system. You can look at me and ask me that question once more. Reason being that on a daily basis, Yaba, Lagos State College of Health Technology, we have so many machines there which are not even Nigerian compliant. People have been brought from Japan, Germany, and some other countries to be installed in order for our students to be well-grounded in most of those things. We don't need to travel there, we don't need to go there, we don't need to go there. Same thing with Polytechnic. Like I told him the other time, our Polytechnic has been changed into a University of Technology. And we have our first set of students being admitted and matriculated this year. In such, we can see that some courses whereby you go out to the United States to learn and to gain more knowledge, like mechatronics is being taught here in Nigeria now. That is at Lagos State University of Science and Technology. So therefore, we will not stop at that. We are growing, and we know that if Lagos State students, especially because Lagos is Nigeria, I'm going to beat my chest on that. Yeah, Lagos is Nigeria. We have so many states coming to Lagos to understudy us on education. Like the former speaker said, we can access WAEC online. We access WAEC online right from my table. Yes. If you bring your certificate, you want to work, you want to go to school, you want to do anything in the whole world. From our office there, we do what we call evaluation and authentication from WAEC and other tertiary institutions. So on that note, I want to say thank you, sir. VATBRA, we appreciate you. And sir, I want to ask for something. I want to ask for maybe a soft or hard copy on this. We have what we call train the trainers. I'm here today. I want to be able to impart the knowledge onto others so that when I'm no longer on that seat, someone else can pick and do the next one. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Solage. Please let's give her a round of applause. Thank you for the time. It was spot on. And we want to say a big thank you for that insightful presentation about what Lagos State is doing in terms of education. I think the fiber being laid is amazing. I can imagine if all the public schools are connected, they have broadband internet. I mean, that's going to open up a whole world of possibilities for our students I also want to acknowledge our online participants. Thank you for being there. We appreciate you. And now, before we move on to the next segment of our event, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our next speaker, who will be taking us on a journey through the exciting world of VATBRA EdTech of solutions and demonstrating how it can revolutionize education. So sit back, relax, and be ready to get amazed. And please let's give a warm welcome to Adiola.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to see your wonderful faces. So my assignment here is a small one. I'll be doing a presentation around the IT solutions that VATBRA has been able to put together for the education space. Now, presenters ahead of me have spoken about the importance of digitization in the educational ecosystem, and we cannot totally disregard it. If you really want the educational ecosystem to thrive, if you want a process that would, or something to support your processes and administrative activities, then digital transformation is a way to go. Now, VATBRA has positioned herself to provide IT solutions and has partnered with learning institutions based on market research, based on engaging subject matter experts. And we have been able to come up with IT solutions that will guide and support your operations. And this is what I'll be speaking about this afternoon. So the first product, please, next slide, thank you. So the first product that I'll be looking at is the School Finder. This solution is a platform for parents to search for schools, to make school choices for their children or their wards. Now, this platform also provides some kind of visibility for your school. So if your school is on this platform, you have the necessary details, school fees, parents' reviews about your school. It better informs parents about the choices of schools that they want their ward to go to. So the School Finder application provides all of this based on certain criteria. They can be able to make their choices. Parents can make choices, their guidance can make choices on the schools that they want to go. This platform is for primary schools and secondary schools, and it is a one-stop shop for all schools. Now, another benefit to this application is you can also place adverts on this application. So you want to have your inter-house sports, you want to have other school activities. This platform allows you to place your adverts and generate revenue, for the school. So it provides an added advantage to the school and to the parents. Next slide. School Management Portal. Now, this solution is called the Akada School Management Portal, basically for secondary and primary schools. Now, what does this do? It provides a standardization for all school operations. So your students have been registered into the school. You can register your students on this platform. You can assign them to classes. You can assign them homework. Parents can log in to see the progress of their children per time. It also has, so the features are the library management, where you can have access to, the library books within your school. You want to add more books to your school. You have a record of all the books that you have in your library. It also provides you with a platform for results management. So you can also have, a progressive results of all of your students per time. So there's a progression. When a student moves from one class to the next, the results instructions or the results are also moves along with the student till he passes out of the school. And then there's also the finance management. This will help you to, the finance management will help you to keep a log of all the financials within the school. So this solution basically provides you with a platform to better carry out your operations, within the school environment. And definitely you have reports to the parents, reports to the school, to see the kind of activities that has gone on within the school year. So what are the benefits? Definitely administrative work requires a lot of paperwork, but this platform will reduce paperwork drastically. Everything is done online. You can access it from any location, wherever that you are. And then, yes, it provides standardization. All the schools are standard, as in school processes are standardized, and you can access it at any time. Next slide is the VAT Cash Talk Shop. Now, this is a cashless payment solution. You have students on campus, they come with money to buy things at the kiosk or from merchants on the school premises, but they carry cash around. This solution allows the students, to work cashless. So how does this work? Basically, from their ID cards, they can have a chip on it that they swipe when they get to their kiosk for anything that they want to buy. So how does this happen? You onboard your merchants, you onboard your students. The school is also onboarded on this platform, and the students can walk into any of the shops or the kiosks on the school premises, swipe their card to buy whatever they need to buy. Parents do a top-up periodically. So when the money is running out, the parent gets a notification to say your child's money is running out and they can do a top-up. Once they do that, notifications go around to all the stakeholders. So VATCAP is such a wonderful platform, to reduce security around or to increase, students don't have to carry out cash, on the school premises. And then you can keep track of all of the transactions that has been going on within a period of time for each of your students or your wards. So there's security around funds, very convenient. And then it provides reports, controls around all of the users. Now, at the end of the month or at the end of the term, the merchant needs to remit money to the school, definitely. This doesn't have to be done manually. The cashless talk shop will provide this avenue for seamless reconciliation. Now, another product, so we're still on that side. Thank you. So another product is the gate pass management system. Now, this monitors the daily movement of students into the school and out of the school. So a student clocks in and wants to clock out sometime, during the day. Maybe the student is in boarding school, wants to go out for one reason or the other. So this solution allows you, to swipe against the machine to let you know that you have been given permission to go out. Now, what this does also is that it interfaces with some kind of approval process. Now, once you are going out without an approval, there's a trigger, at the administrative block to say that the students can't actually go out, because at the gates, from the gate pass, once we don't have that approval, we can't, have access to go out. So this has been put in place for security reasons. Now, we live in an era where that insecurity seems to be, a challenge. But with this kind of solution, you can be able to monitor your child's entry and exit of the school at time. And there are reports to show for it. Parents also have access to these reports. They can monitor their students' movements or their children's movements also at time. Next slide. All right, Scholar Room. This is a collaborative learning platform. It's an e-learning platform for students to log into and get some learning experience. Now, this solution can be accessed from anywhere. It's really good for schools. During the advent of COVID-19, the need to teach or do remote learning was on the increase. And I know that even in my children's school, they had to learn online. We had to get, tabs for them. They had to do their learning online. But you can see that with the trend, it's not going away anytime soon. A lot of people would like their children to learn from their house, especially because of insecurity reasons. So e-learning here, comes into play. It provides you with a hybrid learning. So some schools might decide to have the classroom learning experience. Some schools might decide to provide the home learning, remote learning experience. So if you want to do that, the e-learning platform, Scholar Room, is very, very positioned for that kind of initiative. So what does it do? You can onboard your teachers, you can onboard your students, you can assign students to a teacher. You also have a discussion, where the teachers can engage their students, ask questions, respond to questions. It's just a learning environment away from the classroom at the comfort of your home. So yes, so it reduces the cost, and physical attendance. You can always customize this solution for your school. Now, the school wants to use it, we provide customization and white labeling. so that when the student logs onto the platform, they see their school like they are actually in a classroom. So it provides that quick delivery of lessons and a seamless learning pace. So the student learns at a pace. Next slide. Itemify. Now, Itemify is a question banking system. This platform is majorly to create questions, store questions. Now, you use this platform to keep questions over time. Now, you have past questions. I know that in schools we look at past questions, we treat past questions with your students in preparation for exams. So this platform allows you to store the past questions per time. It removes the hassle of the physical question paper that you have, but it brings to you a paperless environment where students, even the teachers, can come together, put their questions together, collaborate on questions, and then share with their students, as a learning aid in preparation for their exams. Now, it provides a better, examination experience for the students. You can recycle questions over time. You can randomize questions with these over time. So you have a bank of all the questions that you have. Instead of having a teacher having to think about the questions or resetting questions every time, Itemify provides you a lot of questions that you can make use of at any time. You can assign your questions to a curriculum, to a study, to a group. Just in case you're creating a question that are multiple questions, or you're creating question sets that are purely questions. So this application allows you to do that. Next slide, please. E-test. Now, e-test is computerized based test. It's an online platform where students can write their exams. Now, in the advent of entrance exams into schools, you can open it up to anybody who can log onto the system and write their entry exams from wherever they are. So this platform provides you with real-time online examination experiences, where you can set your questions, set the time of your questions, set the score, the pass mark for that question. And at the end of the day, when the student is done with the question, there is an auto grading automatically to grade that student and inform the student there and then whether he has passed or it's the other way around. So the e-test environment is an online exam environment. It provides you with better examination experiences for your candidates. It saves a lot of time. As teachers don't have to go through a lot of paperwork to grade their students. This system does an auto grading and provides you with the answer, almost immediately after the student has taken on the exams. Now, these are all the product IT solutions that VATBRA has come up with. And we are also positioned to partner with learning institutions to provide more solutions that will better serve your environments, that will provide, good school operation and administrative work seamless and efficient. I just want to add that we also have what we call a VATBRA Tech Hub. It's a learning environment, and I'm saying this because I think one of the speakers was saying something about students learning about digital skills. So our VATBRA Tech Hub provides this kind of learning environment to learn digital skills, as children, the young ones who need to also be at par, digitally around the world. So it's it's called the VATBRA Tech Hub, and we are positioned, to partner with schools also to provide these kinds of learning environments or learning skills to your students. Now, if you're interested in any of these products, or you want to partner with VATBRA, I want to advise that you contact us using this email address, businesssolutions@vatbra.com. businesssolutions@vatbra.com. Thank you very much for your time. I want to say again that all of these solutions are very ready, and VATBRA is positioned to work with you, partner with you to ensure that your school operations go seamlessly. Beyond these, we can also work with you to digitize your needs. If you have challenges around your operations, you have needs around your operations, VATBRA is ready to work with you
very much, Ade Olam, for delivering such an informative product demonstration. Ladies and gentlemen, our online participants, let's give a round of applause for them. I hope you found them as exciting and innovative as I did. For example, the school science, I think it's a truly game changer, allowing parents to make informed decisions about the schools that they want to place their awards. Thinking about the school management portal, it also standardizes school activities and provides an efficient end-to-end process from the school registration to results and parent engagement. The cashless structure makes sure transaction within the school premises easier than ever before. And the GATES pass management system provides important insight into student functionality, which I think is really amazing. The Scholar Room is a cutting-edge e-learning platform that offers the world of educational opportunities. I can't wait to see how these technologies will impact the future of our school. And I want to thank everyone for joining us for these demonstrations. Next on the agenda is the Q&A. I believe we have questions, right? About maybe some of the products, about educational technology, or some of the conversation or presentation that have been done on this stage this afternoon. And the question format, we like to keep it simple, so you can state your name, your company affiliation for asking the question, and this will help us to know each other a little better. And it's time limit, try to keep it to us 10-15 seconds, and try to be concise and straight to the point with your question. I believe, yeah, we can start now. So with a show of hand, and this is open to our online participant as well, please just put a message on the chat. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll take it here and we have to respond to you. And of course, our physical participants here. All right, sir.
My name is Olawale Olatubos. I'm an IT instructor from Islam School International. My question I would have loved to ask I think the best presenter, Mrs. Olubomi Danjuma. I don't know if she's still here. No. So the question, because she took us around all what the wife have been doing concerning making results easy and access. But there is one area as an instructor which the students are lagging behind, like the international exam, IGCSE, there is a portal in which you can have access to past questions. So the IGCSE have a portal where students can have access to past questions. These have been assisting them in rating, in passing the exam. But we don't have that for YA. And such things, we have in the jar asking students to pay money before they can have access to them. I would have loved them to add this to their IT for better. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Olawale, for that question. It has been noted. We'll make sure we get it to Mrs. Danjuma. I believe you have your email. Summary of this question and answer will also be sent. Follow up.
Thank you very much, VATBRA. I love all the innovative products that you have brought around, but I noticed that there's nothing for schools. I noticed that she said primary school. So I was wondering that if you have something like for preschool, I run a daycare center and a preschool. We have the course that we give every day to parents, arrival, how many times they ate, 40 and all of that, milestones, pictures, and sometimes the school has some service on WhatsApp, and I know that you're doing so that we have less paid work. So I'm hoping that in one of your products in future that you can include the preschool as well. Super interested in it.
Thank you very much. I'll just engage you up and also that we can.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
All right. Jennifer, we have someone here.
Good afternoon. Wow, I'm happy to be here. My name is Mr. Perry. I'm IT instructor in Television International School. What you're talking about the water management aspects, I was thinking I would say something like a video classroom, like a live classroom with the children. But at least so far we're using them Zoom, using them using I think it's also, but I use Zoom company and Google Classroom, thank you. So if you can have something like that also added to it, like a live classroom with the children, at least issue of leaking Zoom, so some of these things is not really helping. Like you need to go out, come in. So you just click on it and you go live with the children immediately. At least you're teaching how a slide going on immediately. That could be a top up for that particular project. Thank you.
Good afternoon once again, everybody. My name is again Peter from Solar School. I was saying something, I was talking to my colleague here. You will have put this question to the WAEC representative direct. Unfortunately, she has gone. My challenge for you is about the content of the challenge. When you look at all these things, to be honest, they are sort of obsolete. And what do I mean? In IT, for instance, we still have content related to basic programming. That is not valid for God's sake. Giving you reports on basic programming. So I want to acknowledge school owners. We are the ones to do these things. And what I mean by that is if I'm teaching a student in SS3 and this child cannot even know, cannot operate or work with Microsoft Office packages from which then I'm confident that this guy can do this thing. Where will this guy function in today's workforce? That's the trouble. Where will she work? We introduced something to God be the glory. I said, if you are living down south, you must make sure that at least Microsoft Office specialists, you have skill sets. And they are very good. The Word, the Excel, and PowerPoint, which is brilliant. But all these things are not really limited to this. I want to acknowledge school owners. If you are going to do, I was telling her, I said, people think it's so fine, not honest. They are going to spend money. They are looking to spend the money, and they are spending the money. They did something recently. They launched a product. They are focused on students now. They have tabs, like she mentioned. They have tabs they can work with. And we have private schools. I mean, private schools. We are talking about automated systems, and the child cannot be a better computer. So that kind of work. So I'm admonishing schools, please, we have to do job skills ourselves. Thank you.
What address?
Let me back.
All right, thank you. I want to respond a bit to what you said about the content, affect what's going on in the industries, battles in schools. My name is going out because actually we come back to the Ministry of Education. They're the ones that decide the syllabus. And most times that's where the challenge is, because in other systems, in other places, they've been included part of those competencies talking about into their syllabus. And that's what they're compelled to teach. And that's what we examine.
So that will not test the syllabus outside the context of what the Ministry of Education has developed. And that's the challenge. It's also among stakeholders like this when we talk about the future of our children and the future of learning. Education must support the industry, otherwise it doesn't fit it or it doesn't work. So that's a concern. So it's about going back. If you look at the syllabus, if you look at the state data processing, whether it's examining in the social computer, what if the primary secondary, what university is even worse? You know, that's where the kind of consultation and advocacy is going to start from, to see how we can.
Thank you very much for that answer. That was my direct question. Very important. So I just need to number 2 question. Now, I'm very can you introduce yourself? Yes. My name is Bertrand Milleri. I'm the IT manager of global schools in this college that I joins in Kenya. So, question. We talk about the time revolution is we talk about, you said so many beautiful and amazing things. And I know this session was amazing. That's a career that they are doing for. That's the innovative side of technology, something that has to be discussed. For example, we're making a lot of references to pandemic, how technology supported the pandemic. And 2 years after, I'm still telling the technology and talking about it, as I was on the shows and look about things. It's like certain countries and the internet, you know, children that we never right. Then potentially, there's another side of technology that there's another side of technology that will actually include some experts. How can I take as children? We're talking about social media. Things allow let the children have access social media, but we're not thinking the same tablets in schools and all of that stuff. The children should have email addresses, which collaborate with other students of different parts of the day. But there are fallouts. So I think that the other discussions we have, like the importance of technology, and also have to make the other side. And you can also have without solutions and telling the other side. Use like technology, digital like we're talking about tablets now, but how about schools in the north? How about schools in the villages? That's a connection right now. These training is available in many lands, but how about all the that area? Scientific area, how about all the that areas? So we need to look into some states. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lee I'm there from Finance Show. Okay, so my question is looking at the products you have, I mean, VATBRA. So is there any of your product that has to do with all the popular saying that goes on that when the desirable is not available, the available becomes invariable. When COVID came, schools were forced to scramble here and there.
And so we're caught unaware in Africa. We all have to resort to the use of WhatsApp and apps like that before we cover. And in doing so, a lot of students were exposed to things they are not supposed to be exposed to. Number one, what is the best approach, or what is VATBRA doing differently to make sure that students are not exposed to dangerous content like this? That's one. And number two, most schools have school management software that handles their financial record, testing, result processing system, and feedback mechanism. But most of these apps, they copied or downloaded them from Play Store. They do not own this system. They just come, they onboard, and when you encounter any problem, they cannot resolve it. My question is VATBRA 100% Nigeria? Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. So VATBRA Limited is 100% Nigerian. We have offices outside of Nigeria, but VATBRA started 20 years ago in Nigeria. And we started with our partnership with WAEC. Madam spoke about it. We are a partner with WAEC. All the automated processes, we have worked with them to digitize. So we have also deployed solutions within the country that requires support, and we render support 24/7. So if you're having issues on the platform, we are available and ready to support you. That's why we call ourselves technology partners. We don't just deploy the solution and walk away. We are with you, hand-holding you through the whole process. So anytime you're having issues, we are ready to support you to resolve all of the issues. So you don't, we are just here for you. We are not a company that just deploy and then we go off to other things. Thank you. So, okay.
Okay, I just want to add, my name is Matthew. I work business over. Now, just to answer your question, one of the questions you asked about how VATBRA is handling, looking at those solutions that we call off-the-shelf solutions where you download from, Play Store or engage with other foreign partners that we may need. Now, the beautiful thing about our own solution is the fact that our solutions are developed and deployed by indigenous Nigerian software developers. So it is proprietary and indigenous. So what it means is if you have a challenge with the solution, our engineers are here to fix that challenge. Second thing that you need to also notice is the fact that our solutions are customized to fit the unique processes of the particular school. So because we built it, designed it, we can tweak it to suit your processes. So it is unique to you. So we have the general framework, but we customize for our respective clients. Without the problem of having an off-the-shelf solution where you just take it as is, such that there are things that you may not even need, and then you just have to consume it. And then the things that you need, they're not giving you the solution. In fact, when you even try to reach out to them 1 week, 2 weeks later before they answer you. So we are on ground, we are indigenous, we give you customized solution, and we give you 100% support. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Emilio Antoju. I'm also from VATBRA. I would like to provide a short answer to the first question asked regarding past questions, which was directed to WAEC. WAEC has two platforms that actually caters for this. They have the candidate information system, which is a platform that enables and aid interaction between WAEC and the students. So there are several modules on this system. Firstly, we have scholarship opportunities. We have career opportunities on the system. And candidates are able to engage WAEC on time, real time on that platform. So one major significance of that system is that it provides educative platform also where random questions are provided and answers, adequate questions are also given on these systems. This will enable candidates, students to actually learn from it. Also, WAEC has another system that candidates to go immediate past questions. Let's say we're in 2023 now, the past year, which is 2022, where it provides the past questions and the answers to it, especially complex questions that students actually found difficult. So we have answers to that. We have that on the platform also for candidates to actually leverage and learn from. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we still have one. Okay, all right.
Thank you, sir. I want to react to Mr. Jason's accusation. And at the end of the day, I found out that what she was being taught, even I still have that challenge with one of my nephews. I found out that what is the content of the textbook itself does not correlate with what is being taught. And now ask myself, where are we going? And that takes me back to the Education Summit in Nigeria. Are we well represented? Do we go there for jamboree or we go there for business to address what we are facing on the field? Sir, 2 days ago, it's not within my purview, but I could remember that Lagos State Ministry of Education, they sat down, they did an harmonized scheme of work. How many of us were present? At that forum, did we tell them our challenges? That is where the problem is. So please, when things like this are being organized, let us speak out. We are on a different page from private schools. We are on a very different page. If I come to your school now, I used to be an evaluator. I'll go to school. I'm sure some of us are aware of quality assurance, whereby we come for whole school evaluation. There are some things we look out for in which you don't have. But back then, when Mrs. Shoson came with that idea, some of us, in fact, allowing that particular thing to materialize in this state was a tug of war. But today, some schools are enjoying it. That is to keep them on tap with others. We can't just be in abstract and ask things to move on. Please go out, liaise with that office. When there is JCPE, let us go. These are journey that you make with money, not just a jamboree. Go there, make your impact felt. As I'm talking to you, some of Lagos State Ministry officials are in Finland, some are in South Africa, just to make sure we are there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll take that as the last comment because of time. 30 seconds. Yeah. Just 30 seconds, then we'll wrap up.
Just 2 comments. Some that was raised earlier. Comment around the content. Someone has addressed the issue. But the way I want to add to that is, instead of downloading solutions, off-the-shelf solutions that are not scrutinized. All right, that's why But when we find this are ready for solutions, I'm sure there are cloud-based, is that correct?
Yes, that's
There are subscription-based also. So they can be expense. If you look at that here now, of course, you can expense as part of your operational cost, that really. I mentioned that earlier, I talked about the cybersecurity concern. But what I want to say is that, first of all, some of the words the children, the kids we are seeing now in schools are But I think it's like we're about to can see how they use their phone without teaching them. So they're learning and learning who they are. Okay. So every time they're doing it now, it should be deliberate and conscious in providing the security of the environment. And that's the concerns about cybersecurity. That because there is a computer that is secure, you allow them to use everywhere. If you know there are laws on your phone, there are some restrictions that are put on that phone, you can get them. So if either in schools, in the indirect schools to that extent, that's the responsibility, that's our, the responsibility of the parents that to provide that guidance and direction on what is safe and what is unsafe. So you can so we were talking about sustainability, and safety of the world. And that's the key thing, in terms of using technology. So we need to be very conscious, and it's a responsibility to ensure we provide security in this world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's give everyone what I think this has been a really engaging session. But we have to go because of time. And quickly, for the closing remarks, I would like to introduce Mr. Matthew Okrapi for that as we round up. Thank you very much for that one. Thank you to all our guests, panelists, and speakers today. I would like to pay big attention to the board and management of VATBRA Limited. All our speakers, our panelists, and our guests here. You will agree with me that this event will have not been a success if you were not here today with us. A round of applause for yourself. We want to say a big thank you for taking our time from the very busy schedule to come here and exchange ideas. We have listened to both the users and the providers of technology. And together, we can build an ecosystem of digital native and individuals that will transform education using technology. Now, the journey of 1,000 miles, they say, begins with a step. Now you have gotten all this information, you've gotten all these ideas, you've gotten all of this in the provision of technology solutions and use that to transform your school and improve the learning of your students. In closing, we have for you a buffet style lunch, and we want you to know that this is courtesy of our organization. We use that to just relax, and we'll say
Yes, thank you.
Take the message.
thank you everyone. It's been an exciting time. We want to recognize and acknowledge our online participants. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate your presence and we want to say big thank you. Yeah, we want to say big thank you to everyone again for being here. And I believe we've had a great time. I think we're going to call our call and see you guys next time. Bye bye.